Why go out and buy witchy books when you can make your own grimoires at home? You're going to need scissors, a paintbrush or sponge, some type of glue, ideally PVA, clamps, scrap cardboard and paper, and then fancy paper. So this is an ebook that I wrote called Love in the Lines, which is about compatibility through the lens of palmistry. It is a beginner-friendly book, and essentially I designed it to have 4 quadrants so that it can be cut and folded for easy bindability and customization at home, which is what I'm doing here, cutting across the horizontal, folding it over, and maintaining an even stack. This last page is blank, so what we're going to do is cut it like all the other pages, but one of the foldovers goes over the front cover and the other one goes in the back. This will be to attach the inside pretty paper to the covers and the pages, so when you open it, it's really nice. And this is a beginner-friendly book, so you don't have to have any prior knowledge of palmistry. It's just that in my palmistry readings, love is always a very common question. You can't always bring your crush to the palmistry readings or your friends to the palmistry readings, so this empowers you to gauge compatibility and learn about their personalities for yourself. Now what we are going to be doing is gluing the open side of the pages, so the side opposite of the crease. Make sure that you get a very even stack. You do not want to miss out on any of these pages, otherwise it can result in them falling out, which I have in the past had to touch up afterwards by kind of opening the page and then putting some glue in the crevice. Once that glue is on, we're going to cut the construction paper down to size. You want it to be about the height of the book, but folded over a couple centimeters. Then we're going to measure out the cardboard. So we want to cut it to roughly the same size of those inner pages. We need 2 of them, and we're going to get a nice piece of fancy paper to put them on. This will be the hardcover. Make sure to measure space in the center that fits those inner pages because we don't want to have to squeeze them in and not have enough room. I usually mark it with pencil, then glue it down. You cut off the corners, fold them in, glue those down with more PVA glue or any other glue that you may have on hand. As you can see, there's exposed cardboard, and once the inner pages are dry, we're just going to glue them in, and then we're going to work on those inner pages. So the reason why we had the white extra page on the front and the back is because we are now going to put fancy paper between that and the cardboard. So when you open it, it's super fancy and nice. And what you get is this beautiful book that you can give as a gift, carry in your purse, use as a quick reference guide or a personal talisman. So yeah, enjoy.